YouTubers, Facebookers. I'm going to put this on both my YouTube channels and Facebook because I want to share something that I was just thinking about. You know, you see around the state, around the country actually, but a lot in Minnesota, these state wildlife preserves. That's land set aside for wildlife. So there's no camping or not many trails or anything through those. They're not hiking areas or anything really for the public. They're for wildlife. But what kind of wildlife? Deer, they pretty much are everywhere and anywhere. They're even in cities. You'll see them walking through people's yards in towns and stuff. So it's not area set aside for deer. And bear, they pretty much go wherever they want. They don't need specific areas set aside for them to inhabit. Squirrels, raccoons, porcupines, you name it, all those other smaller animals, they live everywhere, anywhere, wherever they feel. So, what are these wildlife preserves for? Because they can't herd a specific type of animal into this area to inhabit it. So they're setting these chunks of land aside for some other purpose. And a theory of mine is because the government knows Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Rougarou, Grassman, Skunk Ape, Sabe, Seneca. The government already knows these beings or forest people exist. And I think they know that a certain group or a group of Sasquatch inhabit an area and have kind of homesteaded it, and they can't chase them out because they're just going to go somewhere else, and there's no camping or no hiking, anything like that in these places. I think these places are where a Sasquatch clan, group, family, possibly even a single individual, inhabit these areas. And so they set these chunks of land aside that nobody goes to for these beings so they can be in peace or not be pushed out by humans and go somewhere else or start harassing humans. I think these wildlife preserves are made for Sasquatch because they know these things are there. So that's just a theory of mine. I could be wrong, but I just don't see any way that they could push a certain species of animal into these areas to inhabit because, like I said, every kind of animal, especially in Minnesota that I know of, they pretty much live wherever the hell they want. And you're not going to be able to force them to live in a specific area because they, like I said, they go where they want. You can't really isolate deer or bear into an area unless you put up a 20-foot fence and keep them in that area. But these areas aren't fenced in. Even if they did and there was Sasquatch living there, these damn things would jump right over the fence anyway, so there's no sense in doing that. But yeah, that's my take on these wildlife preserves. I think they are set aside because Sasquatch beings, forest people, inhabit these areas. And so they put them aside so people don't bother them. And who knows? They probably have people that can communicate with them, psychics or natives, like I've said before in other videos. And they probably sat down with these beings and said, okay, here's what we're going to do. This is your property. We're going to set this aside for you, and you can live here. We can't make you stay here, but we're making this place for you. If you wander out and about and harass some people or go hunting elsewhere, so be it. There's nothing we can do about it. But here's your chunk of land, just like the reservations they made for the natives across the country. So, if you really think about it, I wouldn't doubt it one bit that that's what's really going on. Because the government knows all about these things. They've been trying to keep UFOs a secret for so many years. And they're still trying to keep Sasquatch a secret, but that's coming to an end. There's just too many people coming forward, telling their truths about what they've seen or encountered, and the governments just can't hide it anymore. And it's just sad. Like I said before, it's treasonous. And these spineless congressmen, senators, all the way down to city council people, they're all spineless, pussy chicken motherfuckers. They're afraid to say anything because they might not get reelected. Well, who gives a shit? If you're spineless, we don't want you there anyway. We need to have some changes, and we need to get people in government that have guts and don't care what people think or say. And that way, when they say something, that person sitting next to them shouldn't be spineless either. They should be able to stand up right along with that person and say, yes, he is right or she is right. And I stand behind them. I'm not going to chastise them because I don't want to go along with this stuff because it's, blah, blah, blah. It's just sad. It just wrenches my gut that we've got so many spineless chicken shits in government who can't stand up for the truth and do what's right and stand behind the citizens. So before you vote, make some phone calls and harass these people and make sure they're going to do something for us instead of doing something against us, trying to keep the truth buried. And these skeptics, they can all just suck it. They are a bunch of worthless idiots. And the thing about it is a lot of these skeptics are college-educated idiots, which really, really makes it even worse. So, I've got a college education, I've got a degree, I've got a diploma. And I'm a thinking person. I'm a thinking man. And when you really get down and think about this stuff, what I'm saying makes a lot of sense. So, like I've said before, I don't give a shit what people think about me. If you know me already, you know I'm not crazy. I'm a nice guy. I'm a very honest guy. And sometimes I do stupid things and say stupid things just like everybody. But when it comes to this subject especially, I'm not saying stupid things. So, anyway, let's pull together, people. Start doing your homework before you elect somebody or vote for somebody. And let's hope we don't elect spineless chicken shits anymore. We deserve to know the truth, and we need to demand it. God, our government is so messed up. We really aren't that free. It's sad when you think about it. So anyway, here's a message from me and Trucker. Hey, baby. Say hi. What's going on? What's going on, baby? You say hi? Anyway, Trucker, she's such a good buddy. She's such a good buddy. She keeps me company. She'll come in and lay on my lap while I'm driving, and I can pet her. And then she'll hop down and go eat, and then go crawling back and find a cubby hole to sleep in. So anyway, she's such a good girl, too, when I let her out. She runs into the woods, but she stays 20, 30 feet away. And if I start walking a distance away, she'll catch up with me. So she's almost like a little dog, especially when she's like all tired out and stuff when I take her out to play. It's so funny. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are watching these videos, and hopefully you're learning something. Hopefully I'm waking some people up to a new reality. And I'm about ready to hit the road for Streetsboro, Ohio, home of the Grassman. Ohio is a state that has probably close to the most Grassman, Sasquatch, blah 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 sightings. Ohio's always been up there on that. So Pennsylvania, upstate New York, everywhere, every state in the country, man. Arizona, Snowball by Flagstaff. Everybody who lives in that area has seen a Sasquatch. And the natives, it's just like a part of their life, man. It's just a known fact. So I know there's some skeptics probably who watch my videos and he doesn't, he's crazy, man. He's just wasting his time. No, I'm not. If I was wasting my time, I'd do it in other ways. And I do that just fine. I waste time just fine in other ways. But this is not a waste of my time. This is reality. And it's time for a reality check, people. Do a little research. Not every single video on YouTube is true. But when it comes to this subject, there's a lot of them out there that are. Sasquatch Chronicles, The Facts by How to Hunt. Hopefully I can start getting a lot of emails, and as a group of Sasquatch, not researchers, not enthusiasts, but truth seekers or people who want the powers that be to come clean. I don't know what you want to call us, but you can call us what you want. But if you're a knower, you won't call us anything besides truth sayers, truth seekers. A friend of mine in Minnesota who's got the invisible ones living behind his house. He just called me yesterday and we talked for like an hour, and he's got some very interesting things going on out there. And I should have recorded the conversation, and I'm not going to ask him to put it all down in an email or anything. But if anybody wants to know what I know, send me a message and give me your number. I'll call you and we'll be able to talk for hours on this subject. So if you're curious or you want to tell your story, Minnesota Sasquatch Trucker at gmail.com and Minnesota Sasquatch Trucker channel on YouTube. And this is going on my William B channel, my Minnesota Sasquatch Trucker channel, and I'm sharing it on Facebook. I'm trying to reach as many people as possible so we can get the information out. And we can shut down our chicken shit people in government from keeping the truth from us. Keep on trucking.